Now, we're outside with Holly Worton. Holly has a very special ability. She says she can talk and connect with trees, and therefore we've come out here because we're surrounded with trees, and you're getting a bit of a vibe going on there. The main thing is you actually said your book, If Trees Could Talk, you said you got the instruction to write this from a tree.
Yes.
Tell us about that. So
it was not my idea. A yew tree gave me the idea for this book. I'd been working on a different book at the time, and I was really struggling with it. And I was out on a forest bathing meetup group where we connected with trees. And one of the things was to go up to a yew tree and just connect with it.
What is a forest bathing meetup group? Explain what that is.
So forest bathing is a Japanese concept of going out and connecting with nature and experiencing just the peace and the solitude and the calmness of nature. And it's something that in their version of the NHS, they will actually prescribe people to go out and do forest bathing as a therapy to reduce stress, to reduce tension, and it's starting to take off over here.
I've never connected with a tree, but we want. Have you connected with a tree?
No.
But we're gonna change that today, and you've got a couple of trees here that you want to tell us. And the first one is a tree very special to us here, because there's a bit of a plaque with this one. This tree was planted by ITV this morning. On the 16th of April 2018 by Alison Hammond. So the tree itself may be slightly traumatised, but what have you got there?
So what I've got here is this very special tree that they've asked me to connect with first. And what the tree wants to say is thank you, above all. Thank you for including the trees on this show, because it's so important for them to have people connect with nature, connect with them, but also build a relationship with all of the green things that we have in our woodlands, in our gardens, and all around us.
So how does this come to you? How do you know exactly what the tree's feeling and exactly what the tree's right now?
You do your bit, just leave me to do my bit.
You see if you can get your bit from the tree. Like, how do you discover that you have this ability? And because Eamonn's about to find out whether he does or not. But how does that happen?
What happened was someone told me to try it. Someone said, you spend a lot of time out in nature, you walk through the land, why don't you try talking to trees?
And like, are you hearing voices?
Yes.
So you're hearing an actual voice?
Yes, I'm hearing
So our tree here, what kind of accent does our tree have?
Has it got a Brummie accent by any chance?
It might have a Brummie accent.
No, it's just British accent. It's a male voice that I'm getting from this.
Holly, come over here and tell me about this one, right? Okay, because I'm not sure I've got a connection yet.
Okay, let's go through here.
Right. So first of all, what have I to do here to form a bond?
Well, I like to touch the tree, kind of make a physical connection with it, and just ask it a question.
Ask the tree a question?
Yeah, and then just wait for the answer.
Has the tree got a name or anything? Do we know? No. Tree, Rochelle's was cold out here. Are you cold? You're out here all the time. Are you cold? Oh?
What? Are you hearing things?
Yeah.
What are you hearing?
What's he saying?
He's saying no. He's saying no.
It says no, it doesn't feel the cold.
Does it feel the cold?
Come on over. Grab a bit of tree.
Grab some tree.
See, we've got, just to make sure,
sure
give me a
bank
microphone,
holiday.
right? Just in case, right? Okay? Are you feeling anything?
Well, I'm feeling a tree. Oh, and look at what the tree's done to your suit.
See, that's the downside of connecting with nature. It sometimes it gets a little messy.
I mean,
for people who would think, Holly, you're nuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? What would you say to them? Because I would like to think you're not nuts. I would like to think,
So would I.
would like to think there's a living thing going on here, and we should have respect for it.
Yeah.
What would you say to people?
I would say go with what feels right for you. I mean, I think this is absolutely something that's out of the ordinary for the vast majority of people. But we can all agree that a tree is a living being. I do believe that trees have a spirit, which is what I'm talking to when I talk to trees, in the same way that people have a spirit. So,
you see, our heir to the throne, 20 or so years ago, Prince Charles, he advocated people should hug trees, and he was practically laughed out of town for it. So do you think he was ahead of his time?
I absolutely think he was ahead of his time, and I think we're still ahead of our time. And I think hopefully in 20, 30, 40 years this will be normal, but I think it's going to take time
Let
for
me
people.
tell you something about 20, 30, 40 years. We have just declared an environmental emergency, right, in our Houses of Parliament. And one of the plans, the Climate Change Committee has recommended that we plant 1 billion trees, 1 billion trees.
I heard 3 billion trees
Okay.
was recommended.
Well, over the next 50 years,
Yeah.
1 billion trees.
Yes.
So we're all going to have to love and identify with trees much more than perhaps we're doing.
And that's your message.
Yes.
That's with this, obviously, that's your relationship with trees. But your thing is you want us to respect nature.
Yes.
And that's your purpose of
Exactly.
the book.
Exactly.
etc.
Because the more we build a relationship, not just saying, oh, what a beautiful tree, but the more we touch the tree, we connect with the tree, we connect with the plants, it generates more of a respect for nature and for all the living things.
Does the tree feel me touching it? Does it feel like, is it aware we are trying to communicate with it?
Yes, and in the book, one of the trees said, please touch us, we like to have contact.
You see, that's very interesting because I think from here on in, when I pass this tree every day,
You're going to have to now.
I'm going to have to stop and say hello
Or else
to
he's
it.
going to think you're blanking him on the way to work.
I'm going to have to... do we know if it's a man or woman tree?
No, I don't, but the voice I'm getting is male, and I don't think that necessarily coincides with the botanical gender of the tree, but...
Just have a husky voice. Husky female.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
indeed. That's lovely.
Thank
So
you very much.
maybe not only plant a tree, but talk to a tree, OK?